Hey guys, Pip here, and today I want to talk to you about passion. So the reason I want to talk to you about this is because a lot of you are feeling a bit hopeless right now. You're kind of a bit lost and you don't know exactly where you're going. And this is why I do what I do. So about 5 or 6 years ago, I was sat in a flat in a coastal region, and I had no friends. I had no life direction. I really didn't know what I was doing. The weekends were long and I didn't even have any hobbies. I didn't even want to watch TV. I couldn't find a club that I resonated with. I'd been to a couple, and I was just really had no support. And I didn't feel I could afford anything. I didn't even feel I could afford a McDonald's because of the wages I was bringing in. And I really got stuck, basically. I knew that there was more, but I didn't know where to get it. And I spent a lot of time kind of partially thinking and then at the same time wanting to completely give up and not think about wanting more because I didn't know how to get it, basically. And I really want to talk to you today about this because I've been there. I've worn the t-shirt. I've worn the t-shirt for a long time. I've had multiple jobs, a lot of jobs, guys. I've worked as loads of stuff: a cleaner, a van driver. I've had like a magazine catalogue business. I've done affiliate marketing, which never really got launched. I've had an Amazon business. I've worked in retail. I worked in clothes retail. I've worked in food retail. I've worked as a carer. I've worked as a living carer. I've done so many things, you know. I had at one point a dropship business as well for a very short time. Anyway, so this is really serious. There is a huge movement going on in the Western world where people are basically almost giving up on their lives because they feel that they can't win. In China, there's a movement called Bin Lan at the moment, and it was originally, I think it was called Ting Pan, which means laying flat, which means doing little as you can, basically, like turning up at 9 on the dot, going home at 5 on the dot, not doing extra. Now, China is traditionally a huge working culture, but it goes to show you that even in this day and age, people are not feeling the joys of work and the joys of life basically as much as they used to, and it's now turned into something called Bin Lan, which is basically let it rot, which is even worse. People are just like, what's the point anyway? And I want you to know, I think more than anything, I want you to know, because awareness is partly the key to freedom, as well as action, that there is a way for you to live the life that you want. But a lot of you don't know what that is, and that's not your fault, because do you know what? School never asked you. School never asked me. It taught me a lot of really good stuff, but it didn't teach me how to apply it or to how to create a happy life around it. It didn't teach me about faith. It didn't teach me about love. It didn't teach me about passion. It didn't teach me about self-care. Didn't really, to be honest with you, teach me that many basic things, like even more practical stuff like how to apply for a mortgage. And it really bothers me, to be honest with you, that there's a lot of intelligent young people in this world who are struggling, basically, and we're getting advice from our parents which would have worked back in the day, but now is post-COVID era, and our parents, unfortunately, much so they will try and help us, if you're lucky enough to have parents that will do that. Their advice and their belief system, to be honest with you, is a bit outdated because the world has moved very quickly in the past few years. It was moving quickly before then. It's moved quickly since the 1990s, you know, age of the internet, and yet most people still trade their time for money. It's insane. So what I want to say is, if you feel stuck right now and you're thinking, I've settled because I think this is the best I can do, I'm lucky enough to have this job, because that was the position I was in a short while ago, working 9 to 5. I was like, yes, this was a working from home job, 9 to 5, customer care, but don't have to speak to people face to face, and works really well. But I wasn't resonating with the company culture, to be honest with you. I was just kind of doing the bit I had to do, and I was separate from the company. I wasn't inspired by their values. I wasn't, not that they lived up to their values, let's just say. It was Mountain Warehouse, by the way, for you guys who want to know. I wouldn't personally recommend working there. And I feel that a lot of people are giving up and a lot of people are lost, and I want you to know that you are actually worth not settling. Settling is so easy, it's our comfort zone. I totally get it. I am an introvert, I'm very homely, I don't like confrontation. I have been through a lot and my emotional resilience isn't what it once was. But this is very serious. You are giving away the only life that you have been given, and you are trading your life for what you are doing, okay? You are trading your life for what you are doing. So I want to ask you the question, is what you are doing right now really making you happy? And it might be an answer that you don't like. And I had to face this myself. I've had to face it on multiple occasions. And I am obviously here to help people get clarity and then move in the direction they want. I don't know everything in this planet, but believe me, I've studied mindset for a while now, and I do know some things and they do work, and I've seen it work massively with other people, and I'm now implementing it myself because I know and I've seen the impact that they've had on other people, sometimes absolutely massively. And you know, you deserve to live a happy life. I had to actually have someone say to me that your life is important, and I was 29 when someone said that to me, because I didn't know that my life was important. I didn't feel that what I did really mattered as long as I made income and I was safe at the end of the day. That was my priority, security. And it's a lot of people's biggest crux in life. Now, I'm not asking you to go out and quit your job. I'm not asking you to bungee jump from a high bridge. I'm not asking you to do anything radical. I am asking you to stop putting up with the life by default, okay? Because a lot of people do this, and yes, it's okay, but do you not think that you deserve a bit more than okay? Do you not think that there is life that you really want out there? And we're going to help you discover that. That's what I do because I don't want to get to my grave personally and feel like my life was okay, and I don't want you to either, because at that point it's too late. And I know how precious life is, and I want to help you guys understand that and go out and be the exception to the rule and be the ones who sit there and go, do you know what? This is where I want to be, however that looks for you, okay? So that's it from me today. I hope that's helped, and I will see you next time. But really have a think and answer that question. Is what you're doing really, really making you happy?